I'm talking about camping out, spending hours in online queues, even skipping work. This was all part of the Taylor Swift mania that swept across Southeast Asia last week, including, yes, CNBC's own offices. Now, the first thing to know is that this is anything but an ordinary concert tour. Estimates say that by the time it's over and done, it may gross more than $1 billion, which would make it the biggest tour ever. Now, fans are spending on tickets and merchandise, yes, but there's another revenue stream that's gaining traction as a result of the pandemic, and that is an increased willingness to travel to see musical performances and sports events. Now, I spoke to one traveler last week who said she often goes around Southeast Asia to see her favorite K-pop bands, and including those that stop in Bangkok where she lives. She says she does this because, well, she can explore a new city and she can often get better seats this way. Now, this is really part of a bigger trend that we're seeing, and people saying that they want experiences more than consumer goods. And as one American traveler told me, he just got back from Wimbledon and the French Open, he said people want stories more than they want stuff. Now, this is music to the ears of cities that are hosting these events, as well as the travel industry, because locals, sure, they'll buy a ticket, but it's the people coming from afar that'll take a 3-hour concert and turn it into a multi-day trip. And they're spending money on flights, hotels, restaurants, and tourist attractions.
Yeah, it sort of begs the question, Monica. I mean, for Swifties, all these Taylor Swift fans, right? Obviously, the price of coming to Singapore for this concert, and as I understand it, this is the only stop in all of Southeast Asia. So a bit of a coup, I think, for the island state. How are they coping with the high prices?
Well, a lot of the people that I spoke to, they're trying to get the cheapest tickets that they can, but they were willing to pay whatever they had to. So, you know, we had the travel company Klook. They bundled tickets with hotels, and I know people that were buying those. These were going into the thousands purely because that was the only way that they could get tickets. But I also spoke to people that were getting creative. Some people had booked their hotels before the tickets went on sale because they expected the hotel rates to rise. And there was a study in the U.S. that showed that prices go up about 50% when Swift rolls into town.
50%?
50%. But it depended on the city. If you had a smaller city, like, say, Cincinnati, prices were going up almost triple. So imagine you're just in town for a business meeting that day. You're going to get sticker shock. But I also spoke to other people in the region. One man flying in from the Philippines, he said he was coming to the concert whether he had a ticket or not. He said if he didn't, he was just going to go to the parking lot to feel the experience. Wow. And he had a plan. He said he knew airlines were going to be expensive, so he's going to fly to Kuala Lumpur, then take a bus for 6 hours down to Singapore, and he thought that this workaround could save him about $400.